Alright, so I'm gonna do a little story time on how I joined the G Sean Bloods. You feel me? If you know, you know. You feel me? Real East Side nigga. If you from the East or down South or mid, you feel me? Central, you gonna know what's going on. You heard? So, in my faction is New Jersey to be exact. You feel me? So, long story short, you feel me? Jump right into it. That shit started for me young as hell. You feel me? Cause when I first started, before I was gangbanging, nigga, I ain't fuck with niggas that was associated with that. You feel me? But as time goes on, things do change. You heard? So to get into it, that shit started for me young as hell. I want to say like, I want to say like 11, 12. Group of motherfuckers, little badass motherfuckers come around my neighborhood. They had their own little I want to say little neighborhood clique or whatever they threw a name on and shit like that. You feel me? I wasn't fucking with it because I wasn't into gang banging back then on the set. Like as a little young nigga, I wasn't into no gang, trying to be no gang. I wanted to, but like I was infatuated with that shit, nigga. My time growing up as a youngin', nigga, they was coming up with that shit like if you blood throw it up shit, like you feel me? So therefore it was a infatuation with gangbanging a little bit as a very youngin', but you niggas don't know shit about it. And when I was coming up, yeah, we had the gangs out here and shit, but it was for some reason it wasn't showing. Like maybe I was too young. You feel me? We talking about like 06, 07, 09, whatever. I don't really know the age. I just know when I got certified, when I really was in this shit, you feel me? I was banging this shit, and then I got certified. When I got certified, it was 2011, but I was fucking with the Sean, fucking with the Hercs, GKBs, whatever you want to call it. I was fucking with that before that. I was banging the set, you heard? If you know, you know, you feel me? I was 550, you heard? Before that time being, so I had time in already, you heard? So as a real youngin' though, to go back to what I was saying, as a real youngin', before it was even a G Sean in my area, and even if it was, I didn't know nothing about it, but I know it wasn't because I know my history. I know G Sean ain't touched down yet. You're shit. It was probably out here slightly, but it ain't touched down yet. You feel me? It was still in New York, heavy and shit like that. Like this when I'm a real kid. Like to the point where all niggas know is blood. Like we throwing up bees and shit like that. That's it. We ain't know no sets and shit like that. So boom. And like I said, at this time I'm like 11. Cause I remember I got in trouble by my aunt for throwing up bees and wearing all red flags and red jacket. This back when niggas used to have them jackets with all the whatever the fuck on it. Cause I want to say cartoons or some shit like that. If you know, you know. You feel me? I'm just telling you as far as I remember. So at that point, I'm probably still in elementary school. You feel me? Got in trouble with my aunt. You feel me? I was cooling off that shit. I wasn't even no blood, none of that. I ain't know shit about it. Time come by, I want to say about middle school. Remember I was telling you about it used to be some little neighborhood clique. They used to always be trying. They ain't like me. You feel me? Because I ain't want to join them. The only reason I'm bringing them up and as a part of my story is because later down the line, all of them niggas that didn't fuck with me, they ended up being G Sean's too. You feel me? My area, my whole neighborhood was heavily impacted with G Sean's. You're hella GKBs. You're heavily impacted. The whole neighborhood around there. So all of these niggas that I ain't fuck with growing up, they ain't get right before me. I was certified for all of it. I don't even know if they right to this day, but that's another story though. But fucking so yeah, I'm from that point as a kid and shit. I was telling you, as time goes on, like I said, when niggas don't know nothing about sets and shit, I want to say at this point, I'm like, whatever age you are when you first touch high 8th grade or 9th grade. So however old you are in 8th or 9th grade, I want to say 8th grade. However old you are in 8th grade, around that time is why I seen all of these niggas in Jersey. East Orange, North, Bloomfield, Irvington. We had some shit back then. If you really was tapped in, you know. We had some shit back then. It was a 550 set. You feel me? It was called 1-5 Gunning. If you know, you know. It was called 1-5. It was called Gunning. You hear me? And that was a 550 set, which means it wasn't certified. But you feel me? It wasn't a certified. It wasn't like Paru or G-Sean or 793. It wasn't certified. It was a 550 set. You feel me? You still had to get jumped in and all that, but it was a 550 set. That was the first introduction to, as far as I remember, on some East Side shit, to introduction to gangs. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, what the fuck are they talking about? They saying like they blood, they moving like they blood, and they saying gunner. I never heard this shit before, but like I said, this shit new to me. You feel me? So at that, I can't tell you the exact year. Maybe like I said, I was probably in like 8th grade. Like I said, I was probably in like 8th grade. You heard? About like a couple years, like a year or two go by. I know I was in like, at this point, I'm in like 9th grade, and I know it already. The shift already happened, but this is when I noticed it. I'm in like 9th grade, and right now I'm 32. I'm 31, so you can do the math. It's 2026, and I'm 31, and this shit happened when I was like probably like 9th grade, nigga. In school and all that, I see from all that 1-5 Gunner 550 set shit I was seeing, niggas didn't even know about 550 yet. That shit came later when the certified sets started showing up heavy in Jersey. And like I said, this is from my point of view. Even if they was here already, this is what I'm seeing. I see a shift in niggas. Anybody else from Essex County, New Jersey, or any surrounding, even South Jersey, going stamp what I'm saying. If you around that, like you said, Crip or Grape Street, you ain't gonna know what the fuck I'm talking about. But so I see a huge fluctuation of all these people that was 1-5 Gunner, and it was other 550 sets. I just don't remember their names off the top. I remember Gunner because everybody that was 1-5 Gunner ended up being G-Sean, GKB, Gangsta Killer Blood. You feel me? Everybody that was 1-5 Gunner flipped Gangsta Killer Blood, and motherfuckers that I grew up with, and that group of people that I told you didn't fuck with me and wanted me to join, and I wasn't into that shit yet. Right around this time, all of these niggas coming back. G-Sean, woo, G, they all screaming at G-Sean shit. I knew about it a little bit now, and the reason that being, you feel me? And I had another story earlier about my right hand man that we don't see eye to eye, we don't talk no more. He was the reason that him and another nigga named Fat Boy was the reason I became G-Sean. You feel me? These was my best friends, nigga. Even though I ain't fuck with the niggas that was banging at the set before, when I was young and I ain't really know what was going on, I ain't fuck with them niggas like that. And I still know these niggas. Like, I ain't fuck with them like that or whatever. But, yeah, like, so my boy Fat Boy, my boy Weedy, he's like my right-hand man. It's everyday niggas, you heard? They banging Sean. So what I'm gonna do with the niggas I'm around every day, you feel me? I ended up getting with the shit, you heard? Even though I ain't fuck with some of the niggas. But that was like my view. Like I just, from like around 9th grade, I seen niggas go from 1-5 Gunning to just straight out G-Sean. Ain't no more 1-5 Gunning, no more 550 sets. It's straight what you banging, what you bang. You 7-on-3, you G-Sean, you hat, you feel me, great, whatever. Let's go on. But like I told you, my section was G-Sean. It was everybody was G. They was all, you feel me, all sunny side shit. You heard? So yeah, what happened? From that point, go on. Now I said everybody, we all in high school, everybody super G-Sean, woo woo. All the homies Sean, the other sets and shit, but you feel me? Niggas I was around with Sean, some niggas I ain't fuck with Sean. So it seemed like everybody was Sean, you heard? So I ended up surpassing all the niggas I told you about in the past, because like I told you, I don't even, to this day, I don't know if they ever got certified. They you feel me? They got right for this shit, you heard? Nigga, I'm certified, you feel me? I know I surpassed them back in the day. Like, them niggas was still banging the set, but they ain't never get right. You heard? So, But there ain't no shade towards the niggas. I don't care about them. You heard? They cool. You feel me? What happened next? So like I said, my two right hand mans I was with every day was banging the set. They was Sean, you heard? Which neither one of them is anymore. They both flipped. I'm the only one I'm still where I'm at. But even though I don't even want no gangbanging shit no more, I ain't flipped though like they did. But no shade or nothing. Sometimes you gotta find a better path. I ain't fuck with the hood that brought me in. That's for another story though. But fucking yeah, so my two right hand mans end up shit, you feel me? That's who you with, you feel me? That's who your main people, so you gonna be with what they with. And that's what the fuck I did, you heard? I was banging the shit for a little bit. I wanna say, I'll give you the exact time to be exact. Banging it for a little bit. My boy Weedy got certified. My right hand man Weedy got certified, so he was real right. My boy Fat Boy never got right. He to this day that nigga, if you want to be technical, I don't know if he gangbang. Like I said, these like my right hand mans, but we all fell out a little bit. Them two they good, but we all fell out or whatever. So yeah, like I know Fat Boy ain't never get right either. You feel me? I got in that burgle. I had to do what I had to do, whatever. But my boy Weedy was certified too before me. I got certified G-Sean. I got my shit right in 2011. However old I was in that, I want to say I was 16. You feel me? That's when I got certified. But I was banging for years before that. But had to the exact point of me coming home, jump to that real fast. There's a lot of shit in between, but just to jump to that real fast, I ain't had no fucking clue, nigga. The nigga that I was banging under, 500. You feel me? He come. I'm on this block in the borderline of Bloomfield and East Orange, right near Wassession Park. The nigga 500. Woo, yo, come to the barbecue tomorrow. As a young nigga, I'm not thinking no nigga. That's when niggas have whoops and meetings and shit. Yo, come to the barbecue. They used to all call me Ro. You heard? Roshan. So come to the barbecue. Woo woo. That's Big Bro telling me that. Hell yeah, that's the 5. You heard? That's the O-line. You heard? Hell yeah, I'm about to come here. You don't gotta say nothing else. Yeah, I'm at the barbecue. I'm banging the set still. This 2011. You heard? Summertime. Books open. Type shit. You heard? I see it's like 15 niggas out there. One of the niggas is they all the homies and shit. I know most of them already. You feel me? But one of the niggas, rest in peace to my man Swag, you're cool nigga though. He was cool after the fact, but when we was at the barbecue, right before I'm about to come home, they telling me I'm about to come home. Are you ready? Whoop whoop, all this shit. I get into an argument with one of the niggas that's about to be in my fucking circle, so you know how that shit go on the set. I get into an argument with the nigga because he used to smoke G smoke, so he over here lying and shit to the homies, like saying some bullshit or whatever. But yeah, like. Hold on. So yeah, I'm trying to get my shit to charge. Hold on, gang. I don't do this shit for real.